Hi guys, welcome to Data Talk with Ifine. In my previous video, I discussed about SQL, structural query language, and how it's being used in data analysis. I also mentioned CRUD. I used that as an illustration to explain how data analysts create, read, update, and delete their data set in a database. In today's video, I'll be discussing about Power BI. Power BI is another powerful tool in data analytics. It's used for building interactive dashboard. It's used for also running data visualization. So let's get into it, guys. Guys, what you're seeing on my screen is a Power BI desktop interface. This is where all the magic in Power BI happens. So first of all, what we'll be doing today is to load our data, our Excel data, into our Power BI. So from this region, this home region, this ribbon, you can get data from different sources, ranging from Excel to SQL, CVS, and the rest. So what we'll be working with is an Excel workbook. This is the workbook, and we open it. While loading any data set in Power BI, there are things that might slow your loading process if your system capacity is low or if your data set is too large. There's tendency that trying to load the data might take time. So don't panic, because it normally happens. So this is the workbook, and this is the spreadsheet we'll be using. So I click on it. It previews it here. As you can see, our spreadsheet is having sales rep, country, product, sales, and quantity, and it's already clean and organized. So under these sections, there's load. Load means me trying to load it into my Power BI desktop directly. Transform data means I want to run some Power Query. Maybe my data set is dirty and I want to clean it before loading it. Then I make use of transform data. Cancel means maybe you find out that this is not the data set you wanted to use. You can just cancel this operation and maybe load again. But since this is what I need, I will just click on load. As my data set is loading, if it takes too much time, it's obvious that my Power BI desktop system I'm using is very low, or my data set size is very large. So from this section, you can see my data. This is the name of my data spreadsheet. I named it dataset. So when you click on this drop down, you can see the columns that is made up of this data set. So now we'll successfully load our data into our Power BI desktop. The next thing we'll be doing is to create some basic visuals for it. Under this segment, you can see different charts, right? Housed in Power BI desktop. So let's create a bar chart. You click on bar chart. It gives you a empty bar chart here. So what we'll be needing, you can either add your values, your rows, your columns here, or you make use of your build section. So we'll be adding our country to the y-axis, and we'll be adding our sales to the x-axis. Voila, this is our sales distribution by country, and is arranged in descending form. You see the difference between Power BI and Excel. Excel, you have to go and sort it in either ascending or descending form. But with Power BI, everything works smoothly and very user friendly. So this is how our sales were for the countries ranging from Egypt to USA, and their sales amount. When you hover your data in any of the charts, it's going to preview or give you an information about that particular chart. Like it's saying now, country Egypt, sum of sales is 90,000. Then if you take it to that of USA, it's saying the same for USA, and the sum of total or the sum of sales is 10,000. Let's create another chart. If you want to create another chart, you must click an empty space, because when you click on existing chart, he assumes that you want to change that chart type or that chart format. But we'll click on an empty. So now let's create another chart, but this time we'll be using a stack column chart. This is it, and we'll be creating product, putting product on our x-axis and total sales on our y-axis. This is also a chart that represents or show our sales by product. So this is it. It's telling us that pizza had the highest sales of 147,000 and the lowest sales was beans, 27,000. So the next thing I'll be creating is slicers. Slicers are used to represent key components or key informations. So to create a slicer, you go to your insert, you scroll down under your slicer segment, you click on slicer. So this slicer, the first slicer we'll be creating will be slicer for country. You drag your country into your field. It's going to give you country lists. So these are a list of the countries. Yeah. So when you click on a particular country, the chart changes. It gives you information about that country. Like you noticed, sales by country is showing just sales by country. Iran, because we clicked on Iran, and it's also telling us sales by that country Iran was beans. The only sales that was made to that country Iran was bills. So we can also create another slicer that's for sales rep. You click on slicer and you drag your sales rep to the field. If you notice, it's not giving us the list of all our sales rep. It's only showing one sales rep because we already clicked on a particular country, which is Iran. So to clean any slicer, you just take your mouse pointer to this eraser icon which shows clean section. Click on it. You see it has cleaned all our slicer and it has also produced all the sales rep. So these are the sales rep for this analysis or this data set we are analyzing. When you click on a particular sales rep, it tells you about information housing that sales rep. Let's click on Eze. What did you notice? It's telling us Eze is the one representing Nigeria as a country, and the total sales he had was 2,000, 20,000, and the sales he made was rice to country Nigeria. You can also use your control key to click multiple sales rep. Just hold your control key and tap on the sales rep. It's going to give you information concerning those sales rep. Like I say, to clean it, you take your mouse pointer here, clean it. The last but not the least, let's create a KPI. To create a KPI stands for key performance indicator, right? You scroll to KPI section. This is it. We'll be using card, and this card will just check our sales there. So the total sales we had was 353k sales. Then let's do that for quantity. Let's check the total quantity we had. Go back to your dash chart, you click on card, and this time we'll be checking quantity. So the total quantity, the sum quantity was 167, as is showing sum quantity, and this is that for some sales. These are called KPIs, these are called charts, and these are called slicers.
So guys, this is a simple example on how Power BI is used in data analysis. Power BI can be used to create interactive dashboard and reports. It's used to share insights, and is used to visualize data. So in the next video, I'll be discussing on how Python can be used in data analysis. So guys, if you find this video useful, kindly like, share, comment and subscribe. Bye guys.